Hello everyone. I decided to do my project on transforming an object from its original form and function. I used a shipping pallet and turned it into a planter. The main focus of my project was energetic loading, as well as necessity is the mother of all invention. I named my project Beginning of the End, or actually Beginning of the End. It does have a question mark at the end, and I'll explain why in a minute. Basically what I did was I took a pallet. The pallet was twice the size as this, and I cut it in half, and I then wrapped each slat with newspaper. And as I began doing this, words started coming out of the newspaper at me that could describe American culture. At least they did for me. There is space, safety, diversity. There are a couple of obituaries, which I've uploaded individual pictures of, showing lineage in family. And I started highlighting those to bring those to attention. Up at the top there's Facebook, just social media. We all know that. There is an article up here at the top about an ancient city that used to be a tribe, and I have pictures of that as well. After I wrapped the slats in newspaper, I put a layer of Mod Podge on them to make them stick, and then I also put a layer of marine varnish, which is a waterproof varnish, so when I water this it will not destroy the piece. At the top I have the sun, which is the energy source for all life, as Dr. Levin has explained to us, and I personally believe that. What that is sheet metal that I cut with a torch, and the heat effect left slag and heat burns on each ray as if it was the ray of the sun. I have attached close-up pictures of that as well. I don't know how well you can see it in the video. So the dirt will not fall out of the planter. I wrapped the entire back in screen netting, pulled that really tight and stapled it to it. On the bottom of the piece is a piece of flat bar and an angle, which creates the lip at the top so it will not kick out. It is rather heavy, it's full of dirt. And then the frame or easel is made out of 1.5" tube steel, and there's a bolt at the top behind the sun, so that back leg, I can adjust that back leg to set it however I wish to set it. If I wish to bring it up more or set it back further, depending on who's interacting with the piece. The flowers are actually representative of trees. I did not have time to graft or clip and cultivate any tree starts. That does take quite some time, and 2 weeks was not enough time to do that, so I opted for using flowers. I plan on putting trees in this piece eventually, once I can get them to grow enough so that they can plant. So the theme that I picked to focus on is energetic loading. I believe this piece, at least to me, is full of energy, from starting with the sun and the compost in the soil that the flowers are planted in. Compost takes a great amount of energy to cultivate and get to a right medium that is beneficial to plants and trees. The sun warms the soil, which germinates the seed, which sprouts the tree. And the newspaper and the pallet itself are made of the tree. In turn, the newspaper and the pallet can be put back into the ground to be composted or decomposed and returned to the earth to start the process over again. So that's why my piece has a question mark at the end.